Hello, Eagle Nation. This is Mr. Russow, principal at Mason Middle School. I just want to take a few minutes here and share some information for our parents and students as we begin to track back to school during these unprecedented times. I would like to begin by going over the middle school schedule for this year. As you can see, first hour will begin at 7:30. Our classes will run about 45 to 50 minutes. The first 5 hours of the day will include our 4 core area classes and our 1 special that our students participate in. At noon, students will be dismissed to go home on the bus or will be ready for parent pickup. Virtual hour will take place from 1:30 to 2:22, and I will talk a little bit more about what that's going to look like here in a few slides from now. As you can imagine, schools are preparing to roll out a new set of expectations and rules as we begin to welcome students back during this pandemic. All students will be required to wear masks on the bus and into school each day and throughout all of their classes. Social distancing mandates must be observed by all students while sitting in classes, prior to school starting, during passing times, and while on their breaks between classes. We will allow grade level teachers to oversee the cleaning of desks and bathroom break schedule during each hour. Due to the global pandemic, drop-off expectations will change for this year. Our building doors will not open until 7:15 a.m. We are asking all parents to make sure that they do not drop off their child any earlier, as we will not permit them to enter the building until this time. We are working with our transportation department to ensure that buses drop off around that same time as well. Students are expected to wear their masks on the bus and as they enter the building. If they do not have one on, we will have a staff member greeting students and providing masks for them as they walk in the building. Students can get their breakfast first thing in the morning. We will set that up in the gymnasium. Students can head in the gym, pick up their sack breakfast, and head to their first hour class to eat it. We will not be allowing socializing or conglomerating in the hallway. Passing times in between classes will be fluid, and teachers will provide breaks. Students will be expected to follow the social distancing mandates of 6 feet, both in the hallway and outside if permitted. Teachers will supervise and oversee this appropriately. The middle school schedule is completed, and I am very pleased to report that our class sizes in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade will all be between 16 and 19 students. The only exception is gym, where there will be between 23 and 25 students. Modifications are being made to the curriculum, and we are working with our teacher to ensure all necessary safety precautions are being implemented for our phys ed classes. Sack lunches will be provided on the way out of school for our students at 12 p.m. Our cafeteria will be taking account daily and bagging those lunches up for us and setting those out for students to take as they get on the bus. I have attached the free and reduced application form here. I would encourage all families to fill that out. Student schedules will be available in home access starting tomorrow, September 1st. We're asking that parents print those out or write those down. Go over it with your child so they know where to go and what class to report to hour to hour. Our teachers will be very flexible and very supportive here, especially with our 6th graders as we move them through a very kind of dynamic middle school schedule. Students will travel in cohorts. We've scheduled a little differently here to ensure that. This will help with the social distancing mandates and will help us to organize and contact trace if we have a positive case or outbreak. Students will be assigned seats in every class, so they'll be sitting in that same desk, next to the same students every day, 6 feet apart. No lockers will be available to start the school year. We will allow students to carry their backpacks from class to class with books and supplies. We hope that by the end of the first quarter, we can start moving our middle school kids into those lockers to help with storage purposes. New to the schedule this year is the virtual hour that we've created from 1:30 to 2:22. This will reflect our ISP process and will put focus on intervention and reteaching support. This hour will look different for every student, and our teachers will cover that the first week of school. The virtual hour will not begin until the second week. Learning opportunities during this time will include remote cohorts for reteaching, classwork support, enrichment activities, and our Eagle Power activities. Students will have the opportunity to sign out technology devices each day when needed. Again, teachers will run through that process with our students the first week of school. Virtual hour requirements will not begin until the second week, as I stated before. And again, our grade level teachers will organize and provide more detail on learning and assessment expectations for each student for this unique hour that we've made part of our schedule this year. All students who have opted out of our face-to-face instructional model will be enrolled in our Ingenuity programs. Each student will be assigned 5 classes, including 1 elective for the first semester. A certified mentor teacher from Mason Middle School will be assigned to each student. We have 3 on-staff teachers here that will divide up the caseload, and we'll be beginning to contact our students here that were opting out during the first week of school to set up communication portal and pacing timelines. Devices are available upon request to support this program. If you are in need, please contact the middle school office and we can set up a drop-off time for that to happen. I've also included a link here to our Ingenuity program. It outlines some of the specific information and defines what the program is about if you have any questions. It is very important to us that we are as transparent as possible during these unprecedented times. In case of an outbreak or an individual case is confirmed at Mason, we will do our best to work with the local health department to follow all guidelines and communication expectations. I have attached a link here that will provide a flow chart for schools and parents when dealing with an outbreak. Please take a look at this. It does provide a lot of information on what will happen if we do get a confirmed case or we do have to deal with an outbreak. I want to thank all of our parents and students for their flexibility and patience during this time. We are working very hard here to create the safest environment for all students and to ensure that the academic process continues to take flight. I want to remind everybody that school does officially begin on Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. That's all we have for today. Go Eagles!